Hi everyone, so I've got a kind of a craft tool, but I'm also going to make a card as well because I haven't got very much stuff to show you. So I am on the DRK maker team, design team, and so yeah, I ordered an order from them. I didn't order a lot because I already have quite a lot of first edition pads and products from when I used to be a trimcraft demonstrator. But I did order a few things which I have had my eye on for a while. So I'd seen something online, which I'm going to be doing soon, so I wanted to get some glitter felt, and so I got this one, which is like a silver glitter felt, and it's glittered on one side, and then it's just like plain grey on the other, and this has got 10 pieces in it. And I also got it in the gold as well. I love the gold. Look at the gold. Ooh, nice gold. And then it's like yellow on the other side. It's like a gold and yellow on the other side. So I've got those two. So I'm going to be using those. You'll see these coming up in a video coming up soon. And then I also got this Storyteller pad. Now I've had this pad before. I remember getting this as a demonstrator many years ago, and I absolutely loved it. But I don't have any more of that left now because I think I've pretty much rinsed out the pad. So I decided to get it again. So I'm going to show you now the papers that you get in it. So the front cover, you can probably hear that. You've got glittery textures. So this is one of my favourite. This one, this first page. I don't know if you can see this. If I bring it close, can you see how it's got like little gems on it? So all of these little purple dots are like raised, and they're almost like little, kind of like flat gem kind of thing. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's really thick. This is a lot thicker because usually they're about 200 GSM, but this is thicker because of the finish on it. This is a lot thicker. I would say this is more like 250, 280 maybe even 300. I'm not sure, but it's a decent thickness, so this would be good for making boxes out of. So obviously you get 3 of each design. Then we've got this one, which again has that like gem effect on it, and I don't know how well the camera's picking that up, but oh my goodness, it's so nice. So all of the purple that you can see, like this purple here around here, and these little pieces here, that's all raised, and then this is all smooth, and it's kind of almost, it's not quite pearlized, but it's close. And again, this is also very thick, nice good texture. So it's like a teal and purple. Then we've got this one, which is pearlized. I mean, can we just appreciate this, please? How beautiful does that look? I'm hoping that the camera's picking it up. You can sort of see the sheen on it. It's so beautiful. This one is thinner, so this is like a 200, so 200 GSM, which is what. And look at the back of that. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. So if there's any patterns you don't like, you can always use the other side because that is stunning. Both sides are stunning. So that's that one. Then we've got this one, which is again pearlized. And again, you've got that beautiful sheen, front and back. Look at that. So you've got like your teals and pinks and like golds. So again, you get 3 of that one. Then we've got this one, which is glittered. So all of these, I don't know if you can sort of see the shine. All of these paisley things are all glittered. So they've all got the glittered effect to them. Absolutely beautiful, and that's plain on the other side. It's got a texture on it. I don't know how well the camera's picking. You have to see this in person, really. Then we've got this one, which again, all these bands, you can hear it, are all glittered, so you can see what's shining. And this is like a little elephant design. Little elephants walking along. Very much that kind of Eastern kind of look to it. Purple and gold, very beautiful. This is a little bit thicker as well. Than the pearlized ones. Then we've got this, which is a pink and gold, like a paisley pattern. And again, I don't know how well you can see that on the camera, but it is beautiful. If I try and kind of, so all of that paisley pattern is gold textured, like a glitter, gold glitter. Beautiful, and like a hot pink, really nice. Then we've got this one, which is also beautiful, and again you've got this kind of like an encapsulated glittery effect on top of the pink. So all of that, so you can see where the shine is, it's kind of like an encapsulated glitter. Absolutely beautiful. Then we've got all the double-sided sheets. So these are all 200 GSM. So you've got a beautiful like a purple and teal and orange kind of floral, and then on the back you've got a plain purple. So that works really nicely. You can easily use that together. I like the fact they've put some plains in. Very nice to balance out all the patterns. Then we've got like a yellowy gold and like a teal, and on the back of that you've got a very small pattern, but you could use that as almost like a plain, but again the two go together really well. So that's that one. Then you've got this, which is like obviously your, I don't know where you can see it on the camera, but it's like in real life you can really quite sort of see it. So you've got like a gold, kind of like a mesh pattern. And then bright pink behind, and on the back here you've got pink, and then it's got like little gold, little flowery type pattern on the back. Again, really nice. Then we've got this one, which is like lots of little squares, flowers, teal background with these yellow gold kind of tiled kind of look. And then on the back you've got plain yellow, which goes very well. Then you've got this one, which is kind of like a paisley print. And again, you know, all nice and just they all go really well together. And again, you've got a plain pink on the back. I like the fact they've put the plains. And again, all the plains, they have got a bit of texture to them. They've got a kind of a fabricy texture to them. Not actually texture, but like a visible texture rather than, you know, like an actual touchy texture. Then you've got this gold with the purple paisley on it. And on the back, you've got the same sort of print as you had on the teal and yellow. Little flowers. And then we've got this one, which is all, again, you like kind of paisley kind of look. And on the back, you've got this orange and teal striped pattern. Then we've got this one. I love this one. Purple background with these like gold like squares on it. And on the back, you've got a purple with a very fine kind of dotty print, which again is quite nice. And that's the end of your pad. So that is the end of that one. So that's Storyteller. But I really do like this pad. It's a very nice pad indeed. Next up, we've got this one, which is Be Happy. Now, this is cellophane wrapped. I've never seen this pad before. I mean, I've seen it, but I've not actually seen what's in it. I've never in, you know, real life seen it. So I'm going to quickly unwrap it now, and then we'll look through it. Right, so you've got a front cover. It's like a partial front cover, and I quite like that because it means you've got all of these, and you could use these as strips. And these are, as you can see, foiled and textured in places. So really useful. I love when they do this with packaging. First up, we have this. Now, I'm sorry, can we just appreciate this? What? So this is all foil. So that whole honeycomb pattern is gold foiling. Oh my days. Wowzers. So you get 1, 2, 3, I would imagine. Yep, 3 of each design. And you've got 2 glitter designs, 2 foil, and 1 gold pearlescent. And it is 150 GSM, 36 sheets, 3 of 12 designs. Okay, so that's that one. And then next up we've got this one, which is beautiful as well, little bees. And again, these, so I don't know if you can see that, all of the honeycomb is glittered. You see how that's shining? So all of the honeycomb outline and this is all glittered. But again, it's encapsulated, so you don't get anything on you. So beautiful, a lot of little beads. I love the fact it's a little bit smaller, so even though it's a 12 by 12 pad, that's really useful for smaller cards. Then you've got this, so you've got be happy, beautiful, honey, honey, and again, all your little bees and all of your writing is glittered. Don't know if I can really pick this up on camera very well, but yeah, anyway, it's all glittered. Hopefully you can see that. Very nice. Next up we've got a nice, this is plain, no glitter on this, but I like, oh actually you do, you've got the gold, it's pearlised. So this is, yeah, this is a pearlised, you see the shimmer on that? This is a pearlised gold bees. Very nice, like a bee trails. Do you like that? Then next up we have this one, which is really nice. So this is just a plain sheet, but it's really, there's no textures effects on it, but really nice kind of botanical. I'm hoping it's going to pick up the it's difficult, it's not really picking up the colours, but hopefully you can see really nice colours, sort of muted tones, but nice. Then this one, which is like a muted sage green, and it's got this kind of pattern, like a geometric pattern all over. That'd be nice for backgrounds and things. Nice to have a bit of a muted tone. Then we've got this one, it's kind of like a peachy flesh tone kind of colour with little tiny flowers all over it. So that's really pretty. And next up we've got this one, which is like a peachy colour, and again it's got like a very small kind of faint kind of pattern, sort of almost floral, sort of daffodilly maybe. Orchid lilies, I don't know, something like that. But I like them, it's nice. Then we've got this one with the bees and the beehives, and again you can see nice colours like that. And next up we have, oh my goodness, we have foiled bees. Look at that. Wow. So all of these bees are foiled. Wowzers. That's so nice. I love that. And the background for that is like a peachy kind of flesh tone kind of colour. Beautiful. Then we've got a really nice kind of honey yellow, golden, and it's quite nice because you've got these big elements in the bottom and then just honeycomb. But for an actual like a 6x6 card, you could easily cut that out and have that as a 6x6, or you could cut that out, or for scrapbooking it'd be great. So that is that one, and then last but not least we have this one, which is like a kind of a muted khaki green, sage green kind of colour, and then you've got this kind of, it's almost like a, yeah, like a monoprint almost. There's like two colours really, and you've got these ferns and things. So yeah, so that is that pack. So I'm going to have lots of fun making things with this. I'm quite looking forward to it, to be honest with you. So I'm going to show you now a little project that I'm going to be making. Okay, so for this card I have got a 5x7 card blank, so you can make one of these using a 7x10 piece of card, and all you need to do is just score it halfway at 5 inches. Now I really wanted, obviously this will be different for you, but depending on what you use, but I really wanted to use this die. So this die is from In Love Art Shop, so if you use my code Iced Images, all in one word, you'll get 20% off your order. Details in the description below. But yeah, so I really wanted to use this. So if you use a similar frame, just measure it and work it out from there. So I literally took my card, folded it in half, and then I've just laid this on so it's kind of central, and then I've just drawn along the bottom here, because I want, you can have like a gate, like a gate door across the front here, like a flap, and then the top bit will be cut off, but I don't want it to be past, so I could go halfway with it, but I want it to be in line with this bit here. So that there, so I've measured down, and it's about 4 3/4 roughly. So I've got about, what, 2 1/4 here depth. So what I've done is I've just drawn around, I don't know if you can see on here, so as you can see I've drawn around the bottom of my die, and so I'm going to cut down there now and just cut that bit off, and then also just cut straight across here as well. So I've started by just cutting straight across there. So obviously I measured 4 3/4 down, 4 3/4 down, and I've just cut all the way across. I'm now going to cut this whole top section off. Okay, so that has given me that. So that's the front of my card. So now I just need to go ahead and cut this section out here. Okay, so you end up with that, which looks very odd, but you need that because that is what this die cut is going to fit into. So what we're going to do next is I've got a piece of acetate that I've already cut out. So I cut this out to be 4.5 by 6.5. And the reason I did that was because I wanted something that will fit behind the pattern and the whatever. Well, it will also attach to here, but also won't be too, I mean, it's going to be a little bit big, but I need to just cut that down. So to start with, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add my die cut frame. And the reason why it's got white bits on is because I stuck some double-sided self-adhesive sheet behind and then I die cut it. This is Miri card from Dovecraft. I don't know if they've got it in anymore, but it was one of either the tropical pack or the mermaid pack. If they've still got it, I will link it below, but I have a feeling they've sold out of it. But it's beautiful because it's not like really shiny, but it's just nice, like a matte mirror. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this on so that it lines up on the top and it's kind of balanced left and right. So I've gone ahead and added it onto the acetate, and as you can see it's slightly wider here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to trim, because this is going to go on here like that. And so what I need to do is I need to make sure that I trim this little excess off here, because there is actually, you can see how it's a little bit longer than my card. So I'm going to trim the excess off, and I reckon that is going to be about, let's have a look, probably need to take about 1/2 inch off. So I'm going to take 1/2 inch off the bottom and then I will come back to you. Okay, so I've taken 1/2 inch off the bottom, so now if you lay this on the top there, that should fit. I've got a little bit of a gap left and right, but that I don't mind, that's fine. So that's going to be like that. So then what we want to do is we want to make a little mark of where we need to trim, because we need to trim across here and then up the side. I don't want there to be a border. So where this front flap ends there, I'm going to trim along there and then just up there. So I'm just going to make a bit of a mark using a biro, I think. So I've just trimmed, if you can sort of see the cut there, there's a little cut just there, just a little snip just in, and then I'm going to go down, cut down here and down here, so the frame kind of stands out. You haven't got any acetate on the side. Okay, so my other camera decided not to record any of what I've just done, so I'm going to quickly go through what I've done. So after obviously cutting out the acetate, that's the last thing you would have seen, I then went ahead and stuck on a base piece of card that was 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, and then I cut out a pattern piece that's 4.5 by 6.5. I also then made a card blank. So this card blank here is actually a 5 by 7, but what I've done is I have cut it down to be a 4.5 by 6.5 card blank, and I've stuck the 4.5 by 6.5 pattern paper on the front. So that's this here, and then you open it up and then that's what you've got. And then on the front here, I took a piece of card, and this piece, this is what it was before I cut it out, this measured 4 3/4 by about 2. And so what I did was I just put the whole thing on the front and cut it out like that. So I actually cut, as you can see, a pencil line here, actually cut round and put the whole thing behind. So that pencil line is where the window is. Just cut it out, and then that is now going to go on there. So then before we stick this down, we need to go ahead and put our acetate piece in. So if I just bring my acetate piece up, so this here is actually going to stick on there like that. So I'm going to go ahead now and add some red tape onto here and stick this onto the front of my card. Okay, so I've just stuck that onto the front of the card there. And so now we just need to go ahead and add this over the top. Okay, so that gives you that, like that. So that's your front piece. This is a little bit wobbly in the wind, but I think when it stands up, it should be fine. It stands up okay. So then what we're going to do is go ahead and put a sentiment in the middle. And I found these peel-offs. Not sure where they're from, but I thought they would work. So I'm going to use the thank you and have thank and then you just in the middle here. And then I found some little bees. These are also in Love Art Shop bees. I'll try and link them down below. They were part of a set. So I'm going to put those just randomly on the front here. And then I've noticed that I've got a little string of like daisies on here, so I'm just going to put that along the edge just to make this a little bit less plain. Okay, so there's your finished card. So as you say, open it up. If you wanted to, if you didn't like this being so obvious, you could just cut another piece out, but just make sure that you cut it on the reverse. So if you're using this card again, just put the die onto the reverse side, so that then the mirrored card ends up being the right for putting on the back, and then you can just cover that up. So you could do that if you wanted to, and then obviously you've got that, and then inside here, that's where you write your message. So there you go. So that's how you make that card. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that gives you a bit of inspiration on how to use the dies and also obviously the paper pack. Don't forget to use my code Louise Makes. I shall put it up on the screen, and that gets you 5% off anything on DRK Crafts. And also don't forget to head over to In Love Art Shop and use my code IcedImages, which will get you 20% off on your order. So like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.